Durk is definitely top 5 street nigga of all time. We gotta be honest. This case is proven. We're hoping this ain't true, but if it's proven what is proven, he's exactly who we thought he was.
Nigga, what does it matter? Let me tell you. Let me ask you something. You gonna answer, and your chat can answer for me. Answer honestly.
Okay.
Would you rather be a real nigga to complete strangers? Would you rather be a real nigga to complete strangers in life in prison, or be free? You don't even gotta be rich. You can be broke and free. Would you rather be?
Well, I'd rather be free. I'd rather be free. But
Alright. So now, hold on. You could troll. Ask your chat right now. Would you rather be?
6ix9ine does have a point, bro. Like, I totally get what he's saying, but at the end of the day, you can't get mad that Lil Durk did everything that you didn't do, bro. 6ix9ine, you was claiming Treyway. You was claiming to be a blood. You know what I'm saying? You was claiming to, be a street dude. And when you got backed into a corner, you snitched. Now, you have your reasons for why you snitched, but at the end of the day, bro, you still went against the street code. You got mad that, one of the dudes, I think Shotty was smashing your baby mom, Sarah Molina, I think that's her name. You should have charged it to the game. But once you snitch and you become an informant, bruh, that whole street character is gone. And that's why your career hasn't been the same since you told. Because everything that you was saying in your songs, like, people, listen, real niggas like me, we knew you was capping from the beginning. But a lot of niggas was believing you. Because you did pull up on Meek Mill. I'm not going to lie. You did make Meek Mill look soft in that parking lot. I got to keep it a bean, right? You did pull up the O Block. You know what I'm saying? Like, 6ix9ine really was moving like he was on that shit. I ain't going to lie, bruh. So Lil Durk, who's a real street nigga, right? Who, because what was everybody saying? Oh, when is Durk going to slide for Vaughn? So it turns out Durk was trying to slide for Vaughn the entire time. So when we find out that everything Lil Durk is rapping about in his music is facts in his real life, that makes us respect Lil Durk even more. Because at the end of the day, if he wouldn't have got his lick back on what happened to King Von, guess what? People would have kept telling him, when you gonna slide for Vaughn? You didn't really fuck with King Von. You know what I'm saying? Even though Quando Rondo really didn't have nothing to do with it, right? Quando Rondo's mans was defending him from King Von just walking up and beating his ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not understanding why 6ix9ine is hating on Lil Durk when Lil Durk is everything that he said he is, bro. Now, would anybody want to be free instead of going through what Durk is going through? Of course, but at the end of the day, bruh, Lil Durk is a grown-ass man. He knew the consequences behind his actions, and that's what he got to deal with. But as far as his image and his rap persona, I think it's stronger than it's ever been. Can y'all imagine if Lil Durk actually beats the case, though? Because there's a lot of people that think Lil Durk's going to beat the... If Lil Durk beats the case like on some Boosie type shit, when Lil Durk gets out of jail, bruh, he's probably going to be the biggest rapper on the planet next to Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Let's keep it a bean.
A real nigga go down in history as the realest nigga ever to complete strangers, complete 9-to-5ers.
Chat, what y'all think?
Or would you rather be broke and free?
A real nigga?
Like, you could go... Listen, you could go and troll and give us rage bait answers. We not the ones in jail, though.
Yo, you don't got no sympathy.
Come on now, that's what I'm, huh?
Wait, listen. I always hear people say they don't wish jail on their worst enemy. You don't, what Durk is going through, you went through what you went through. You don't have no sympathy.
Watch this. Yo, and clip this. Say it again. You don't wish jail on your worst enemy.
Yeah.
This is not wishing jail. This is simply the fact this, and clip this. Never have an opinion on someone's situation till you...
I'm not getting why 6ix9ine is mad because, I mean, Lil Durk felt how everybody else that's, a street rapper, a gangster rapper felt, right? You were putting on an image that you wasn't really about. You snitched, right? You made an excuse for why you snitched. And, people held you accountable, right? Now, with Lil Durk, like the difference between Lil Durk and 6ix9ine is Lil Durk has not snitched. People are snitching on him, right? Like, we're finding out that the people that basically was, you know, cool with Lil Durk and hired by Lil Durk and was, you know, basically doing drills for Lil Durk, they're snitching on him, right? They don't want to do the time for the crime, so they snitching on him. But if everybody would have stayed quiet, if everybody wouldn't have ratted, right, Lil Durk probably wouldn't even be locked up right now. It's because everybody flipped on him. So, you know, I don't know, man. It seems like 6ix9ine to me is jealous of Lil Durk, right? And I don't get why he's jealous, because Lil Durk is facing life in prison, right? Like, if Lil Durk gets found guilty, he has a mandatory life sentence. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the crazy part, right? If Lil Durk didn't try to get revenge for King Von, you know what people would have been saying? People like 6ix9ine, because I think 6ix9ine was actually doing this. They would have been saying, yo, how is Lil Durk claiming to be this gangster and this street nigga when, you know, Lil Timmy or whatever, Lil Tim smoked King Von and Lil Durk didn't do anything, right? They would have been, that's all they would have been saying. Yo, when you gonna slide for Von? When you gonna slide for Von? So now that we actually find out that he actually was sliding for Von, right? Now all of a sudden Lil Durk's an idiot. Now all of a sudden, you know, niggas say they rather be free. It's like, you can't win with people, bro. Like, this is what I don't get, bro. Like, at the end of the day, bro, 6ix9ine, I don't even know why you speaking on this type of stuff, bro. Because it's like, you're a free man, right? You're a streamer now. Your music career may not be as popping as it was before. But at the end of the day, bro, as a man, bro, you got to live with the fact that you're a snitch, bro. It's okay. You know, you claim that if Shawty was never sleeping with Sarah, you wouldn't have snitched. I think you would have snitched either way, bro. I think Shawty just gave you the perfect reason to snitch. Because Sarah to this day is claiming she ain't smashing, right? You know, she's claiming that ain't even happened. We don't even really know what happened, right? But at the end of the day, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta appreciate the rappers that's actually living what they rapping about, bro, because there's not too many. Now, I'm not glorifying their lifestyle or nothing like that, but I do appreciate the fact that they're being authentic in their music, right? Guys like Boosie, right? Boosie was facing, you know, life in prison, right? He beat the case, right? Who else? Who else is a rap? NBA Youngboy, right? NBA Youngboy is another one. He's been to jail multiple times. He's been to prison multiple times. He's living what he raps about, right? So, like I said, man, it's not too many rappers these days that's really rapping that gangster shit and they really living like that. Like, Lil Durk literally made a song about, you know, switching to Uber. Remember when Javante Tank Davis was fighting Frank Martin and he was playing that unreleased Lil Durk song, and Lil Durk is snitching on himself, talking about, you know, what happened when the boys went out there to California and seen Quando at the gas station. It makes you listen to songs like that and listen to it completely differently, because it's like, yo, this nigga is really rapping about what he's doing. I appreciate it, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with 6ix9ine, bruh, right? When we found out that 6ix9ine basically set up Gucci, basically kidnapped the man, forced him to sign a contract to let him out of the deal. He had his man standing there with a gun so Gucci couldn't try to leave, right? And he was doing this while he was on house arrest, bro. The man had an ankle monitor on, bro, fresh out of prison, still on probation or parole. Wasn't even officially a free man yet, bro. The man dropped FDO, the hottest song of the year at that point, right? Like, when we find out what 6ix9ine did, it's like, yo, this nigga is really a crash dummy. So when I was listening to 6ix9ine's new album, I had to turn it off because I start getting scared, nigga. Y'all niggas can call me pussy if you want, but that 6ix9ine album is too dangerous for me, cuz. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. When you realize 6ix9ine is really on that and you listening to what he's saying in the music, shit starts to get a little demonic, bruh. And I'm a Christian, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be listening to stuff like that. I'm like, damn, bro, this shit, like, this nigga is really a real life demon in human form. So 6ix9ine, you gotta let it go. It's okay, you still have a fan base, right? You're still gonna get millions of views whenever you drop a song, but you need to get over the fact that the hip hop and rap fan base is never gonna get over the fact that you're a rat. It's okay, bro, right? It's like, you, ever since you came out, you've been on this revenge tour to try to convince people to start fucking with you again, bro. Snitching, nobody really even cares about snitching anymore, bro. But you can't be out here criticizing a real nigga that's out here really living what he raps. That's not snitching, You can't compare yourself to Lil Durk, bro, in any way, shape, or form, bro.
Yourself are in that situation. No, I don't care what you want to have, include your 1-2s and your this is my fucking theory. Never have an opinion on someone's situation when you've never been in that situation. Never fucking talk about somebody's never, don't, if you never walked a mile in those shoes, don't talk about that journey. Now you gotta walk down that line. This is not about wishing jail on your worst enemy, happy niggas in jail. This is simply the fact of, yo, you have so much to say about somebody.
Yo, what is 6ix9ine talking about though, brother? We're talking about Lil Durk. Like Lil Durk did time in prison. He's been in jail multiple times. He's been accused of, shooting this person, shooting that person. Like, this is not Lil Durk's first rodeo, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like 6ix9ine is talking about Lil Durk like a nigga that's, not from, not from the hood, not in the gang, not catching charges. Like, that's why I say, bro, 6ix9ine, bro, like, you gotta stop trying to compare yourself to, like, dudes like Lil Durk, because it's like, you're just gonna make yourself look stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Lil Durk was criticizing you for ratting, like, he's criticizing you because he's already been in multiple situations where he could have ratted, right? And he didn't. You did. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, bro, like, this is a situation where Lil Durk obviously couldn't live with the fact that Lil Tim turned off King Von's TV, right? So what did he do? OTF Jam got out. Through OTF Jam, 50K, right? He obviously allegedly organized a scheme to get his lick back, right? Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get Quando, but he ended up getting Lil Pab, rest in peace, right? And now he's dealing with the consequences, right? Listen, Lil Durk knows that he's cooked, right? That's why Lil Durk was trying to flee the country before they ended up arresting him, because he knew he was cooked, right? He knew niggas was snitching on him, right? You guys remember when he did that concert, like, I think like a week or two before he got locked up? It literally was like a farewell concert. Like, Lil Durk, he knew people was telling on him. He knew that, the feds was about to come get. He knew it, right? So, Lil Durk is dealing with the consequences of his actions. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is what happens when, keeping it real goes wrong. Because, he stuck to the street code. He did everything wrong he did everything right as far as the streets. But he's finding out that the people that was basically, orchestrating this shit with him and doing shit with him, they telling on him so they can get less time, right? Allegedly. We don't even know, like, we don't even really know if OTF Jam is really snitching until we actually see her. All of this is just hearsay, she-say, because, like, all of the alleged witnesses are protected. So we're not even going to know until, the trial starts. We really don't know. We're just all assuming, right? But with 6ix9ine, bro, it's like, your excuse for telling is because Shawty slept with your baby mom. You was taking care of everybody. You was paying everybody. That's totally understandable. But at the end of the day, you are always going to be known as a snitch, bro. Lil Durk isn't ever going to be known as a snitch unless he starts telling during this trial, which I don't think he will. I think Lil Durk is going to stay solid. You feel me? But 6ix9ine is basically saying, would you rather keep it real or would you rather be free? Hey, some niggas rather keep it real, bro. Like I said, like, being a real street dude and really sticking to the code these days is rare, bro. I'm not gonna lie, 6ix9ine, like, you made it popular to snitch, right? Like, it's crazy how, like, all them dudes in Atlanta is turned out to be, like, snitches and shit like that. And, like, it's because of 6ix9ine. Like, 6ix9ine is looking at it like, yo, when I snitched, everybody, like, nailed me to the cross, right? Like, everybody criticized me. I got blackballed from the radio. You know what I'm saying? But when Gunna does it, he gets a pass, right? When Young Thug does it, he gets a pass, right? When Rollo does it, he gets a pass. You know what I'm saying? When Gucci Mane does it, he gets a pass. But that's not the case with Lil Durk. Who you should be criticizing is the people that's telling on Lil Durk, right? That's who you should be criticizing. Because Lil Durk is doing what you wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? But 6ix9ine is looking at it like, why was Lil Durk even speaking on me in the first place? Because you're a rapper, right? Lil Durk's a rapper. You're glorifying this image that you're a real street dude / gang member, which Lil Durk really is. And Lil Durk was just pointing out the fact that you were an imposter, which you are. And it's okay. Yo, 6ix9ine, it's okay, bruh. Most of us never looked at you like you was a gangster anyway, bro. The only people that really believe 6ix9ine was a gangster is niggas that's from the suburbs. Let's keep it a bean. No nigga from the hood ever believed that 6ix9ine, a dude with rainbow colored hair, is a Treyway gangster that's really about that life. Nobody believed that, bro. Nobody. Nobody that's from the hood actually believed that, bro. So, salute to Lil Durk. Listen, if he's guilty of what they're accusing him of, whatever happens to him, it is what it is. Only God can judge. But I respect the fact that Lil Durk is actually being who he says he is, and he's not lying about it, bro. Whatever he's saying in his music, he's really living it. He's not telling. He's sticking to the street code. I respect it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil Durk. Like I said, bro, if Lil Durk somehow beats this case and he's able to walk away, because that's the even if he beats the first case, he has another one. That's the crazy thing. So he would have to beat 2 cases, right? Because he's also being accused of hiring somebody to get a lick back for the person that, you know, did what he did to his brother. So, you know, Lil Durk really does have his back up against the wall, but he is rich, right? He does have, you know, some of the best lawyers in the country. I think he has Brian Steele and somebody else. I think Drew Finland. So, listen, man, if Lil Durk beats this case and he becomes free, bro, Lil Durk will be the biggest rapper on the planet next to Drake and Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Durk could be bigger than NBA Youngboy if he beats this case. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Days. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, click that hype button for your boy. I'm out.